Alright, that's AC/DC right here on KRIM 96.3 FM. Happy Friday, everyone. Chris Higgins in the studio. And it is time every Friday. We have our Longhorn game day. And today we have a couple of our Payson Longhorn football players in the studio. You can watch on our KRIM FM Facebook page or on our YouTube channel as well, KRIM 96.3 FM. This morning in the studio, got a couple seniors in the studio. Got Sergio Madrid. Good morning, Sergio.
Good morning.
And also Wyatt Fulton.
Good morning.
Wyatt. Hey, so thank you so much, guys, for coming in today. And someone that will be joining us, I think, Coach Burke. It's funny, last Friday, he was the one calling me saying, hey, where are you? We got a game day going on. And this morning, it's he's the one. So, hey, there he is.
Show up, Coach.
I know, coming in, Coach Burke.
All right.
Hey, so guys, you had your first game, opening game on Friday, playing a tough Safford team.
Yeah.
You know, offensively, their quarterback, man, you know, just a talented quarterback.
Yeah.
Your defense has been solid for, you know, years now. And I think this defense this year, you know, will be just as solid, if not more solid. But he was able to, you know, they were able to find some holes, do some things. This week going into tonight's game, Sergio, what are some of the things that you guys focused on changing that?
Our alignments. Yeah, Coach said we had about 20 missed alignments, which we never usually have. So
Gotcha.
that's a big fix this week, and you know, effort's not really a problem. I'd say one play, Coach did get on me.
Mm-hmm.
I'll admit on that one.
Yeah.
I was waiting for him to call me out on film. I already knew that one was coming.
And that was the thing watching the game. The effort was there. It just seemed like, and that is it, just those little adjustments, the alignments that put you in a position to be successful and to make the plays where if you're not in those, in the right place, and their offense, it's a good offense. It's a really good offense where they were able to exploit that and capitalize. So yeah, did you see the effort was there, right?
Oh, you know what? And this is a group of guys. You know, we're very blessed with the kids we have. That
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to question effort,
Mm-hmm.
if very rarely, if at all.
Mm-hmm.
So I was in when we watch film and we meet Monday mornings before school and you know, we kind of talk about it. And I couldn't find very many lack of effort plays, and the reality is we went into this game knowing we knew who Stafford was, and we knew that they had athletes on athletes, and if we want to make a track meet, we'd probably lose that game. We want to make it a football game where we can, you know, that we have a chance to make it. So unfortunately, going in, we knew that, you know, that was one of our focuses of the week was proper alignments, and if we were, you know, the difference with when you got guys that can run or are athletic. You know, if you're 2 yards, you're lined up 3 yards inside of where you should be. That's the difference between a 4-yard play and a 44-yard play. Guys like that. So, and that was, you know, that was a big focus of ours. And unfortunately, we didn't get. There was, you know, and that's on me. So that, you know, ultimately we didn't correct those early enough. We didn't coach those in the right spot, put the guys in the right spot. So, focus this week is, you know, we stress the heck out of them and formation them and motion and, you know, every possible what if scenario. What if they line up like this? What if they line up like this? What if they line up like this and motion across? And you know, I think that our kids have seen probably 500 different scenarios of formations this week, and that was something we focused on. So you know, I don't question our effort ever. And after tonight, I think we're going to be in the right spots and doing the right things. So I would love to see how we play football and our brand of football when that's the case. So that's something I think that we put last week behind us. We talked about going 1-0, whether we lose or win or lose. You know, and we talked about this is the most important game of the year, most important game of our lives, because so I want to get to play on August 25th. So
and the game last Friday. So it started out, oh my gosh, talk about great first play of the game.
Yeah.
your defense gets an interception. Fisher Pelto, I believe,
Yep.
with the interception. So, I mean, you couldn't start any better than that. So how did you guys feel like after that first play, offense is out there on the field? I mean, were you pumped up, Wyatt?
I think we were all really excited to see what was going to happen, and then after the first couple plays, we got punched in the face harder than we thought we were going to get hit, and it was just kind of a reality check on the team that we were facing and how we underestimated them going into it.
Yeah, that was something where, you know, you get that turnover, you think, all right, here we go, we're just going to roll. You kind of sometimes think that your opponent will just kind of roll over a little bit, be deflated, but they weren't. They were solid. And that was, I mean, the way you guys came out, couldn't ask for a better start, and that was great. So offensively, what are you looking at tonight, Coach Bird?
So, you know, we're looking at staying to, you know, last week we tried to mix in a lot of different personnel groups in and out and things, I think. So one of our focuses is this week is to get some rhythm in a personnel group and stay with it and be able to be a little more versatile there. You know, Dayton went down in the first half last week. We you know, he's been treating him, and he's back and healthy now, so he's gonna be playing tonight.
Gotcha.
So he's cleared, and you know, like I said, our first foundation of who we are, what we talk about as a team, when we are successful is when we are controlling the clock. You know, and everybody thinks that, you know, I hate passing the ball and I just want to run the ball, but I told guys, like, as long as we complete pass, I love that. Ball. But so we're gonna establish a really strong running game and be able to be versatile in our passing game and high percentage throws. And you know, really focus on controlling the clock. And that was the thing we saw last week. Is when we play teams with really high-powered offenses like Stafford and, you know, Blue Ridge, Winslow scored 42 last week. Winslow's got a really efficient offense. You know, we can't allow them to have extra possessions and extra, you know, more time with the ball. You know, so we have to be able to control the clock and be able to get first downs and control that tempo. Yeah. So. You know, there's a lot of, you know, football games situation-wise, it's all about controlling. Like, who's going to control the ball? Who's going to control, we talk about on defense, who's going to win first down, so then we can, you know, control kind of what their next play call is going to be.
Yeah. So, you know, LeBlanc went out, it was in the second quarter, end of the second quarter?
End of the second quarter.
End of the second quarter. Keeney comes in, sophomore.
Yeah.
He played a heck of a game.
Absolutely.
I mean, scored 2 touchdowns, led 2 touchdown drives. Had the interception at the end, but other than that, didn't turn the ball over. His composure on the field, I thought for a sophomore, he was amazing.
His composure was incredible. Is at one point I was like, "Hey, you ready?" And he's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Yeah." Okay, you do know you're going into a varsity football game right now.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's kind of funny. We laughed about it. Like, I was expecting a little more, you know, but you know,
he's chill.
He's chill. You know.
Yeah, and
so. He's you know, and he came in. He had a great second half. You know, and you know, our offense had great rhythm. He was leading the way there. So, you know, we got 2 very very capable guys at quarterback right now, and it's a good problem. It's a good problem to have.
Yeah,
that's a problem. But we have you know, we have confidence in both guys to come out and lead the way. So Nolan had a great game.
Yeah.
We're very proud of him.
Oh, yeah. So both of you guys, Sergio, I know you play both offense and defense, right?
Yeah.
And do you play offense? Why do you play defense as well?
Sometimes if they need me to, I'm always ready, but it's just kind of... Mainly on offense. So which do you prefer, Sergio? Which do you prefer playing?
You know, the intensity of defense is much higher, but, you know, I enjoy offense because it's offense, it's fun, but... You know, I'm fine with both ways, honestly.
Yeah. Now, you also do punt returns?
Yeah.
Yeah, and there were some good punt returns, had some decent punt returns. What are you looking for, you know, when you're back there? You know, I mean, obviously your goal is to, you know, score. You want to take
see that hole and
whatever
opens up.
Yeah. How long have you been, like, returning punts, and what do you enjoy about, you know, the punt return? Because that's... Man, you know, you're out there, and they're coming at you to kill you.
You're really hoping just to not drop the ball.
Yeah.
That's really it, honestly. I'm not really worried about who's coming.
Uh-huh.
I'm kind of good at seeing
Mhm.
who's coming, but yeah, I just kind of focus on not dropping the ball in the air because
Yeah.
that gets a little scary sometimes.
Yeah, yeah, if you think about it, you just have to do it, huh? It's like everything else out there, you just do it. You practice it, you
Yeah.
know, and you
Yeah.
do it so many times, you just do it.
Yeah.
If you think about it, that's when
Yeah.
usually it doesn't go well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, and on offense, what position do you play? Why?
Tailback, so running back, yeah.
Mm-hmm, there you go. And I know he has a little bit of speed, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy Legs. This is why
Crazy
Crazy
Leg.
Leg Fulton.
I know,
So
crazy
We're
legs.
working on nicknames for all the guys each week. So,
Oh, yeah?
So last week was Soft Hands Landers. Now we got
Crazy
Crazy
Legs.
Legs Fulton.
You gotta get him to Brian Bowman, so when he's up there in the box, oh my gosh, he could be even crazier.
Shifty Burt Shear, I heard.
Oh, Shifty
Burt
Burt
Shear,
Shear. Well, when he finally got it to Burt, because at first it was not Burt, Brett Shear. So it was Brett, but only for a couple times, and then he got it, Burt Shear. But yeah, Shifty Shear was that was a good one. And then
Crazy Legs Fulton, we got Sergio's too cool for nicknames. So
Too cool. Oh, yeah.
He's a cool guy. He's our best dressed guy. He's our new Swaggy P.
Swaggy P. That's it, Swaggy Sergio.
Swaggy Serge, there you go.
So Winslow coming in, game tonight, kickoff is 7 p.m. Should be a great game. You know, Winslow, so they put up 42 points last week, so their offense obviously can score. How is it different than like Safford's offense? Do they have the quarterback? Is it more of a run game? Can they run pass?
The crazy thing about having these two teams back to back is on a schematic standpoint and just looking at their schemes, offensively and defensively, we could almost have used the same play cards. Like they run a very similar style of offense, a very similar style of defense.
Wow.
Now how they run the ball and things a little bit more physical downhill.
Yeah.
Stafford a little bit more putting athletes out in space. Winslow doesn't have the type of athletes that Stafford has. Winslow has a lot more bigger, stronger guys that are more downhill. So it's a little bit different in how they approach their offensive scheme than Stafford did. But even on the defensive side, defensively how they line up is almost identical to how Stafford lined up last week. So that was something we talked about this week. Is we were able to focus a lot more on on us internally and focusing alignments and things like that because we've been prepping for Stafford for 4 weeks. We're very familiar with how their offense and defense worked, and then we placed Winslow the following week, and they almost were playing very similar style of offense and defense. So we could have fixed. We had the privilege of spending a lot more time fixing errors instead of adjusting for an opponent. So which was good for us. So like I said, they definitely have different types of athletes, bigger, stronger guys than Stafford had. Stafford just had guys that could run.
The quarterback, I mean, he ran when he needed to. I remember that one third down play, like third and 14, 15, whatever. He was able to pick it up with his legs, but and everyone, I think he was contained real well, and that's something the offensive line. So our offensive line thought did really good in that game, protecting the quarterback, opening up some good holes, and their offensive line also did a really good job, and they were able to keep Landris and some of those other guys out of there really, where their quarterback, they protected him quite well. The times that you guys got pressure on him, it had an impact, and you could see the pass was rushed, they were incomplete passes. But their line, I thought, did a good job because you got some guys that are hungry on the defense that want to get to the quarterback.
Yeah, and like I said, they're really athletic, mobile quarterback is one of the most difficult things to contain in an offense. You see it in the NFL level, like you see it in college level. I mean, the reason that you got Cam Newton, Tim Tebow, had those just unstoppable offenses because you can cover everything and they have an extra man that can sneak out and scramble and get a first down. So, that was something, like you said, we going in, we can't stop everything. We had to do the best we can, contain, stopping everything else. And, a guy like that makes it tough because we do, when we do a lot of our blitzes, we're stuck in man. And, the tough thing to run a man is DBs or backs turn to the quarterback, and then he can scramble and run. So they caught us in a couple of those, and unfortunately, this is nature of the beast, like I said.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, like I said, we're going forward to this week. This is a great opportunity for our guys to really show, like, you know, we got a lot through this week.
Yeah.
We got a lot of wrongs to right, and these guys have owned it, and they're ready to show up and show what our brand of football is.
Yeah.
We don't think that was our brand of football last week, and we talked about it. And, I think when we show up tonight, we're gonna see our brand of football.
There we go. So, what are you going to be focusing on? Like, what did you take away from last Friday's game, Wyatt? That you personally, you're like, I'm going to, you know, put more effort into this, or focus on this, or what is the one thing you're looking at?
I feel like it's not more me, but as a team, because as a team we're all super focused, we're all really engaged with the game. It's more, we need to get on like the same level of everything, because it was, when we come out for alignments, it really brought our like confidence and energy down, because we wouldn't have enough people for a kickoff or a kick return. We'd always be missing one or two people. So I feel like if we as a team focus on our 111, then I feel like we'll perform really well tonight.
Gotcha. Did notice that there were a couple times where guys running on, you know, last minute, or hey, you're supposed to be out there. So that throws everyone off, I guess, doesn't
I
it?
was really surprised that was a problem going into that game. So,
Yeah.
We can't let that happen again. This
No.
week.
So how about you, Sergio? What are you kind of,
About
what's
the same
the
thing, like
about-
I said, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's something that obviously you had the week to look at all those things, go over all of those.
Yes, sir. And you know, like I said, last week, there's a lot of things that I took down, and I had to really emphasize and look at, you know, and like I said, ultimately it's on me and the coaching staff to put us in the right spot, and unfortunately we didn't do that. So you know, I owned it. We talked to the kids. We figured it out, and I'd be pretty. There's certain things that I think that we're going to be great on this week. In alignment and getting personnel on the field will be two of those areas that we definitely focused on. So.
Yeah, that'll be good. Again, kickoff tonight, 7 p.m. at Longhorn Stadium. Horns taking on the Bulldogs of Winslow. And yeah, always seems like those guys are always physical. They're always a physical team. Yeah, so it should be a good game, and I think that is definitely the Longhorn style. You know, physical and you know, always giving that max effort. So encourage everyone to come out tonight, watch the game, cheer on our guys, have a great time. And then, so also want to just let people know about the change next week, because Page was going to be the next game next Friday in Page, but that got moved to Thursday.
Yes, sir. So, you know, unfortunately, in the rest there's a nationwide rest shortage, and it's hitting Arizona pretty good. So, last year there was quite a few games that got moved to Thursdays.
Wow.
We got out. We didn't have one last year, but I figure, you know,
It was coming.
It was coming. So,
Yeah.
so they didn't have rest for Friday, so they moved our game to Thursday. So we'll be at Page on Thursday at 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock Thursday night. So I don't know how many of you are traveling up there. You got though a good support group, parents that travel to the games. I know Brian Bowman, he'll be going up there. Yeah.
So we, you know, and we sent out early. We get a lot of parents had a lot of hotel reservations and stuff like that, and travel plans with their work and things like that. But you know, something that we talked about. You know, we even talked about this morning. We had breakfast. We had our team breakfast at Pinion.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to Mike and Rita Conway.
Oh yeah.
Pinion family for hooking us up. But yeah, so you know, we talked about this morning. Like we've been to games and shoot, Chris, we've gone to a couple games together now. But we've been to games where the Payson fans are sometimes doubling or tripling the home stadium.
Yeah.
You know, a couple games that, you know, I remember we were at the Catalina game a couple years ago.
That was crazy, and that was their
12 people in
homecoming.
the-
That was their
12 people.
homecoming. You know what? I felt bad for the kids, because it was their homecoming, their cheerleaders, their football team, and yeah, there were like 20 people in the stands.
So
it was, wow.
So our kids, we were talking this morning, like, you guys are so blessed that we have, like, I don't know how many people walk in the gate on a football game, but when you're on the field, it feels like 5,000 people because of how loud it is in the stadium. And it's just such a a great environment that these guys are so blessed to be in.
Yeah.
Because we've seen some of those kids not like that. Some of those kids we go to,
yeah.
and we travel and we have a lot of visitors that we're doubling the home crowd. So
Yeah.
you know, I know Paige is a drive, and I know we'll have a ton of support and a lot of people showing up because they absolutely love these kids and love what they're about, and
Yeah.
and they want to see their hard work go to put to work. So so if anybody's planning on making it next week, we moved it to Thursday. And the good news is they get a jump start on their Labor Day weekend.
There you go.
They want to go if they're gonna move their day up early. So
Yeah, that is true. That is true. So I have to ask, favorite NFL team, Sergio? Who's your team?
We suck this year, but the Cardinals,
The
yeah.
Cardinals?
Yeah.
Gotta be. I mean, yeah, Arizona.
Yeah.
Born and raised in Arizona.
Uh,
All right, that's good to see. Cardinals. How about you, Wyatt?
I'm also gonna have to go with the Cardinals, but they're just not. They don't get it all this year.
No, it's just it's sad
might
because
as
they
well
want
just get rid of our whole team.
Yeah.
Isaiah
from
Simmons
scratch.
yesterday. That was crazy.
Yeah, I was like, okay.
Simmons.
Not
Was he a
watching.
linebacker?
Yeah,
Yeah.
linebacker safety.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Traded for a 7th round draft pick and a washing machine. I think.
What?
What? I said,
Not a washer dryer combo.
Just the water.
Just
It's
the
the
water.
washer. Yeah. It's the washer.
How about you, Coach Burke? Who's your team?
They say the Cardinals are bad, but I'm a Chicago Bears fan. So
Oh, yeah.
it's good.
Is it because of Urlacher?
Oh man, he was my guy.
Yeah?
Uh,
Oh, a beast.
My son Briggs.
Yeah.
Lance Briggs.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm a Bears guy, so I try to keep that to myself a lot of times. So.
I would.
Now we're in Arizona. The Cardinals are stinking, so I'm a little more
Yeah.
about it now. But yeah.
Yeah, well, no, what made me think about that or asking that is, I'm a Steelers fan from Pennsylvania, but fans traveling. I mean, you get some fan bases that they travel to where, those, away stadiums, it's like, man, it's almost like a home game, to them. And that's where I feel our Longhorn fans, our football fans here, they travel so good. And then also a big shout out to Alan with the band.
Yes, sir.
And how the band, they're
Oh,
traveling.
the band.
Yeah. and Alan Simpson.
Going back, we've been to a ton of games. I can't think of a home game where I've ever seen a band travel.
Yeah.
To, so that's
Yeah.
that's another unique thing that our school and our community does. And Alan, he does a great job with the band and everything they do. And so
Yeah.
that's another thing. We've been to games where we are
Blue Ridge last year. That was crazy.
The referees are telling our band to stop playing. They're not, like our band to stop playing in an away game. It's funny. But
They asked, I remember last year, first game of the season, they couldn't figure out their PA system. They didn't have a band. They asked our band to play the national anthem. And they're like, okay, we can do that. But that was crazy. But it's great, all the support you guys get. And you know what? I know everyone in the community appreciates all the effort, man, all the effort you guys put out there every Friday night and the off season, and also all the things you guys do in the community too. Because I know the Wall That Heals, you had the team out there, Coach Burke helping with that Wall That Heals, and Rumsey Park, and just all the things that you have these young men doing in the community that are great, that are just teaching them and just helping our community, being a big part of our community.
Well, we appreciate that. It's really important. Like I said, these guys are they're living the dream that they thought about when they were
Pee-wee football.
Pee-wee football. And so we've had them go out to the youth football practices and running some drills and things, and we get them out to the elementary schools, and it's really important for them to think this is when they were young. These guys are both from Payson, their whole lives. So when they were young, they got to see, they're looking up and seeing these guys that in their mind are is equal to
like NFL
NFL players.
Yeah.
So then when they're coming back and they get to be the guy in the jersey and showing up, and it's pretty cool. Especially last week was youth football night, and all those little kids running around in jerseys and stuff. It makes it. I think it really hits home for these guys to see what where their journey is taking them. So we make it a big point to go out in the community and get involved.
Yeah.
So
Then real quick now, sir, did you have any little brothers or that play? or-
Actually, my brother's not playing this year.
No.
Yeah, he's kind of just sticking with soccer right now, not just
Gotcha.
club team. He's actually heading to Cali right now for a tournament.
Oh, okay, nice, and that's right, because your sister also
Yeah.
was over in Portugal playing, with Portugal or Spain?
Yes.
Spain,
Spain,
yeah. Yeah.
It's Paris
How do you
and
not
France.
Hey, she's going so many places, man, you can't keep track.
I forget.
Yeah. And how about you, Wyatt? Do you have any younger siblings?
No, I have nieces who come to the game, so they're always hanging out with the cheerleaders, doing something
You're
with
the
them.
baby, right? You're the youngest?
Are you the
Yeah.
youngest?
In my family, I'm the youngest. Yeah.
So you have older brothers, sisters?
Yeah, I have older brothers and sisters who come to the game sometimes, but they have work, so they just make it when they can.
There you go.
Funny story.
Yeah.
His older brother, his oldest brother, okay,
Middle.
middle, so his older brother.
Yeah.
Okay. My first year, I had my second year coaching. I coached
Yeah.
at Liberty High School.
Yeah.
His brother's on the football team.
Really?
Yeah. So then
Yeah.
I came to Payson and
Yeah.
I seen, I don't remember how we connected it, but I seen Ikaika Lewis at a, shoot, I don't remember where I seen him, but ran into him and he was like, hey, our little brother's on the football team there. It was his 7th grade at the time, so made that connection, but that was, yeah,
Wow.
funny, small world.
Yeah, it is. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. You'd never figure, hey, look at this. I got one of my players'
Now
brothers
he's
on the
grown up,
line.
yeah, now he's grown up with kids and now
Yeah.
he's got a daughter on the way now.
Yes, sir.
That's great.
Wait, not Wyatt. You have a daughter?
Oh,
No.
no.
I love his face. That was great.
Oh my
No,
He's
yeah.
like, whoa, no. No, hey, well, thank you again, guys. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for
And
having us.
can't wait
Thanks for the
to.
invite.
Oh yeah, you're so welcome. Can't wait for tonight's game. Again, kickoff 7 o'clock tonight. And you guys, if you're here in Payson, you need to be out at Longhorn Stadium with your cowbells and cheering these guys on. Well, time to get back to music, but before that, we'll get a quick update from the National Weather Service.
With this morning's KRIM weather forecast from Payson.